James Manis, thank you for joining me on my show today. We have this wine next from the producer Alloro Vineyards Chehalem Mountains 2018 vintage Chardonnay. Stay tuned and I'll tell you about this elegant, beautiful wine. So Alloro, I think, is a fantastic producer, and I'll tell you more. I'm intrigued by the name. I'm intrigued by so many things of this producer. This is from Chehalem Mountains. I'm going to show you on a map right here where it is. So on the map, you'll see I've been tasting wines from obviously Chehalem Mountains, as well as Ribbon Ridge, as well as Yamhill Carlton. Definitely on a year-over-year basis, I taste much more Pinot Gris than I do the Chardonnay wines coming from this area. It's something that's prime for Chardonnay, right? If it's for Pinot Noir and Pinot Blanc and Pinot Gris, why not, this beautiful Chardonnay? So, it's great to have these wines because it's prime for food, and it's so many different ways of creating this wine from the same grape from different producers. Now, let me show you the label up close. Now, Alloro. Now, this is obviously the A shape of the word Alloro, the Italian word for laurel. Back label for you to look at here. And, grace and elegance comes from this bottle, and it's a lovely experience. And I love the text sheets because I think it really tells me about the producer and their vision. And yes, you do get a lot. You get information that's there and information that's not there. What I mean by that specifically is when there's little information on a producer, I really have to put things together or even guess, or even try to, understand the trajectory of the producer and where they're going. This one I get a pretty clear indication. I think it's a really nice, harmonious, beautiful wine. It's a producer where here's why I think they're just so amazingly depthful and give some really great technical notes. So the soil type is a laurelwood series, hence the name Alloro or laurel. So laurel wood is a silty lozile material. And also it tells me on the text sheet, so the rootstock on this is Riparia glora. And the call out there, to me, I find to be interesting is, say, a lot of the wines you find in North America and even other places in the world are going to have St. George rootstock, which is Vitis rupestris. So the Vitis word is, in term for the grapevine species of, and then you have, about 60 different species. The main species we have our wine coming from in the glass here is Vitis vinifera. So in addition to having obviously the Vitis vinifera for the Chardonnay, the rootstock in which the Chardonnay Vitis vinifera grows on is a rootstock of Riparia. And so I don't see that very often, so I think it's a great call out there. Now this site is a higher elevation to 400 to 600 feet above sea level, and it's about 128 to say 178 meters above sea level. And so that's another call out on this wine. This contains 2 clones. So this wine is 50% Dijon 76 clone, as well as 50% Dijon 96 clone. Now this wine is field sorted upon harvest. It is gently pressed, barrel fermented, partially malolactic fermentation using batonnage. 11 months in French oak, 18% of that is new, 275 cases, $39 price point. I think $39 is a really good price point for this high quality wine. There's a very light hay colored wine here, and absolutely elegant and beautiful, and meant for food. It's not too heavy on the palate, but yet there is weight on the palate to enjoy the food or to enjoy on its own. I've seen many more wines in say $50, $60, $70 price range, and I think this is a really good price for the quality of wine that you are getting. So first of all, I'm going to talk about the scent characterization. Very harmonious notes on this wine: apple and pear, moistened ground minerals, as well as white flowers. And next, the palate characterization. Nicely balanced Chardonnay, nicely balanced wine, beautiful characterization, highly nuanced and sophisticated. On this I'm getting green apple, crisp green apple, seashells, white flowers, and a hint of nutmeg. So that nutmeg is a characteristic to me of Chardonnay in many producers, not all, but I think that refinement is that it's not over the top. I know it's not 100% malolactic fermentation, which I very much enjoy, and it works for this wine very, very nicely. 93 points out of 100 points. This is going to pair very well with my oven roasted salmon that I'm making this evening. Now more information on the producer will be listed down below. Questions and comments can be listed there. And that's where the like button is. So if you like this video, please hit that button. And also, that's where the subscribe button is. So if you haven't hit that button already, please hit that button to see the latest videos that I'm producing. You'll find me on many social media such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and WordPress. And also you'll find me on my podcast, which is on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. I do have some Pinot Noirs from this producer that I'll link up right up here in the cards, and that'll be coming up shortly. So thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you in the next videos. Salute.